I've seen all I need to see. I've seen all I need to see. This game.
Forza Horizon is in stores October 23rd. Thank you for watching.
This game is amazing.
Woo!
Oh man.
Roast him.
Oh.
Roast him, bro.
It's just too bad we came in.
Lay it down.
Too bad we came in after the drop. Is all I can say.
Yeah. Well, it's, dubstep is the one true music. So
yeah, I mean, it's the culmination of everything that came before.
Exactly.
There's nowhere else to go.
Oh, Brad, this is Forza Horizon.
Oh man,
the latest in the Forza series, but its first proper offshoot.
Yeah,
it is a different game from its predecessors.
I noticed from the concentric donuts that are being spun here.
It's just physics, man. That's just physics.
All right.
But I am laying it down here. This is I'll show you kind of the primary thing that makes this a different game.
Wait, I thought you just did. Okay, show me.
This is an open world racing game.
Okay.
So here is it takes place in Colorado, not real Colorado.
All right.
But, video game Colorado.
Red Rock is.
I guess that's real Colorado.
Place, right?
Yeah. So it is an open world driving game. So they've got events that you can go to and race in set events, and like other Forza games, these have limitations on the cars you can enter into the events and such.
Okay, so you're not just going to race the car that you drive up to the event necessarily.
No, not always. You got a whole garage of cars, just like in previous Forza games. You got your kind of center area here where you can drive if you want to, join a car club, tune your car, buy new cars, that sort of stuff. You can warp back here. There are fast travel points around the world also that you can travel to. If you want to, if I need to go to this event and I don't necessarily want to drive there, I can fast travel here and then drive there.
How fast is that? Is that a lot of loading?
It's not that much.
Show me. Just do it.
All right. Well, let me find one that I've unlocked all the discounts for, because it's actually, you have to spend money to fast travel. But there are 3 events at every fast travel point that you can perform. And when you complete those tasks, you then, every one you complete, you get a deeper discount until it's finally just free for you to travel around the world.
That's cool.
So that's installed to the hard drive. That's the retail version of the game,
Nice.
and now we're basically all the way across the world. Collisions are a little different here than they have been in past Forza games. They've kind of arcaded it up a little bit.
Yeah.
To the point where they're just it seems like they're just trying to make an enjoyable game while still kind of caring about cars and caring about the things that Forza has held dear. So now we're in a speed zone, which over this chunk of track here, it's going to take my average speed through this stretch and actually puts the driving line on while we're in this stretch.
So you didn't trigger that?
No. Well, I'm driving through it, triggered it. So,
but there's not like a
toggle. In a way, I did.
There's not like a toggle line on off.
No, you can turn it off. So that was, whatever. I could go through that faster, but that is still my personal best for that area. And you see it's got leaderboards built in.
Man, competing with the mech bird.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
He is.
I think you lost before you even started.
Exactly.
On that one.
Yeah, really. So you see at the top there, that's my popularity. I'm in 150th place. You start at 250. And basically I'm earning kudos. As if this were some sort of Project Gotham game.
I was going to say.
They don't actually call them kudos.
R.I.P. Bizarre Creations.
But you see, there are some bizarre people working on this game.
That's right.
Playground Games is an amalgamation. A lot of these people have.
It's Bizarre and BlackRock.
I think it's
somebody else
from some Codemasters guys in there.
It's basically like a super group of racing game developers.
That's what it seems like.
That was how they were pitching it.
I didn't go check the pedigree of every single person in the credits or anything, but there's definitely some guys that have seen a lot of miles of road throughout their career.
Fake video game road.
Fake video game road.
Would you say you would say that it shows in the quality of this product?
Totally.
Yeah.
I think that they absolutely pull this off. It's a crazy thing. You think about Forza, you think about being very serious to the cars, and
it's a little intimidating to somebody who's not super into racing games already.
Yeah, and that's maybe a little unfair because those games are pretty accessible. They've got a lot of options for difficulty sliders, and all that stuff is still in here.
Sure.
Profile. You can turn off rewind, and these things affect the number of credits you'll get when you complete a race.
Wow, that's
also,
cool.
So you can adjust all this stuff.
Okay.
For open world as well as in races.
I was sitting there watching you play it earlier and wondering why you wouldn't just rewind all the time. I guess that's why. You get more stuff.
Yeah, if you disable rewind. Also, I'm an idiot. That's also the real answer to your question is I keep forgetting that I can rewind. If you really want to know.
Okay.
But I'm also winning the races pretty handily. It's not especially difficult. game on the default settings here.
So I think, well,
of
the thing about Forza for me that always scared me was not the driving. It was the impression that so much of the game was based on the tuning, which I just don't care about. Like, is that stuff?
That's something they corrected in Forza 4 with this idea of just auto-tuning your car.
Okay.
And you just say, I want it to be at this level. I want it to be an A-rank car. Make this car the best A-rank car it can be. You hit a button that says it's going to cost you this much money for the parts for that.
Okay.
Do you want to do it? And you say, absolutely.
Well, so is tuning even a big thing in this game, or is it more
You can still, you can
arcade-y?
adjust wing angles. You can still do a lot of that same stuff.
Yeah.
And that stuff doesn't necessarily happen automatically. So other racers that are in this area, these are not real people, these are AI people. I can get up behind them and import in Shitoku Highway Battle style. I can challenge them to a race right then and there. But why don't we show some events?
All right. How about we enter the base arena?
That is one of the 3 radio stations.
Yeah.
Oh, so anyway, I finished what I was saying about the kudos and stuff you earn there. You see it's kind of filling up this popularity meter, and that opens up additional races, additional showcase events as you kind of work your way up that. And that's done for things like drifting, e-brake drifting, and unlike a traditional Forza game, they are kind of rewarding you for some different stuff. You get rewarded for passes in events and drafting and stuff like that, but also for like running over stop signs and stuff like that. Like damage is one of the things that they reward you for. But this is not necessarily a game about crashing into other cars, at least in its single player. In the multiplayer, you can play the playground games and do some basically you're playing tag for cars. So for taking out that sign, I get a wreckage bonus. It's kind of an un-Forza-like thing, if you think about it.
Yeah.
That they're very much, about you not wrecking your car.
Right. Seems like they're not penalizing you very much for it here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so where are we? There's an event up here that I haven't done yet. Let's head over there. So we set the GPS, and there's our driving line. Fascinating thing about this game is by putting it in an open world with civilian traffic. The driving line is not something you can always follow.
Huh.
And if you kind of just foolishly stick to it at all times, you're just going to run into other cars.
Right.
So it forces you, even if you are playing with that line on, it forces you to kind of drive more dynamically than you would.
In 400 yards, turn right.
Will do. They've also, because it is an open world, they've hidden some objects around the environment, some signs you can bust through to get discounts on upgrades. And if you find them all, it's a 100% discount on your upgrades. They just are all free, I guess.
Huh.
I found about 33 of them so far. And also, there are what they call barn finds, and that's down here on the map. You see there's just an area here. Somewhere in here is a barn with an old car in it.
Okay.
And I can drive around and eventually find it. And
much like real life.
yeah,
That's
exactly.
where old
You just
cars live.
find a sweet old car in a barn. You take it back to the garage, it gets restored, and then you unlock that car.
That's cool.
So they've hidden 9 of those around the game.
It's a little scavenger hunt kind of
Yeah,
thing.
and the radio DJs pop up and tell you, like, hey, there's rumor is there's a bright spot on your map. You
But
can go to.
they don't call it out though. It's just like on you to be observant and notice that's a
Well,
barn.
it's somewhere
right?
in that circle.
Right, right. But I mean,
yeah.
like you're not going
But
to see
yes,
a
exactly.
flashing indicator when you drive
there-
by it or something.
There are no flashing indicators on things in the environment.
Same with like the signs for the discounts
Yeah, they're
and
just
stuff.
they're
It's
signs that say upgrades on them and have the picture of the garage dude on them. But it doesn't necessarily flicker or flash when you're out there.
I feel like I knew next to nothing about this game.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it at E3.
leading up to it
the
to
stuff they were
release.
talking about. Here we are driving through the same speed zone again. Just
Yeah.
driving around there, just back and forth at the same area. And I probably won't do any better at it this time.
To be fair, yeah, it's not like they didn't show it. I mean, you you took meetings that I didn't at E3, but
Yeah,
I was there for the announcement of this thing back in the spring, and then it felt like it was pretty quiet with this.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then
I
here
knew it
is.
was an open world Forza game, but it wasn't necessarily. I didn't necessarily get a clear sense of what they were doing from a handling perspective and that sort of stuff. If they were going to be simplifying all of that, I missed the
music, then the auto show is the only place to do it. Maybe I'll see you there later.
Is there ever a way to populate your world with real online people?
When you're in the multiplayer mode, there is a free roam mode that is just the drive around the open world with up to 8 players.
Okay, but that's a separate mode.
It's not like Test Drive Unlimited, or
Okay.
it doesn't just fill people in.
That's kind of a shame.
That'd be cool. Yeah,
it'd be cool to
that
have.
was
I mean,
cool in that Test Drive game. It was weird.
It doesn't sound like a deal breaker that they don't have it.
Yeah.
But Go Pro.
Yes, a lot of sponsorship across this entire goddamn game. So, like a traditional Forza game, the events will have specific restrictions, both on car class. This requires a B, and it must be an all-wheel drive European car. It turns out I have one of those, but it's only this Audi.
Do it.
I could buy a new car.
Well, I don't know. How are your credits?
I have.
You have a lot.
I almost have 1 million. I have not been buying a lot of cars.
Let's buy a car.
So it'll recommend cars for this event because we're here.
I don't know that these look much better.
Yeah.
Not much of a car guy. That's just my gut reaction.
Yeah. I'm not gonna buy any of these. I'll just stick with what I got.
What?
Yeah, there's some microtransaction-y stuff in this game that is more than what they had in the previous Forza. So the concept of car tokens returns. You can also spend 5 of those tokens to buy a treasure map, which is pretty much a strategy guide that shows you where all the collectibles are directly on your map.
5 tokens is what, $5?
$5.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you buy a bigger package, you can get them at a steeper discount than that, but it's... No.
It's a little dirty.
And then the
little
popularity
dirty.
spike thing doubles the number of points you get for your special moves, for your drifting and all that other stuff.
Right. For 2 hours.
For set lengths of time, like consumables, basically. Like
treasure map
free-to-play style game consumables.
Treasure map, I assume, is permanent.
I believe that is just a one-time unlock. I think that stuff sucks.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, they're not holding anything in this game back from you behind money, right?
Well, I mean, there's an aggressive DLC plan, a season pass.
Oh yeah,
all
yeah.
that
But
sort of stuff,
I mean, what's
in terms
available
of-
out of the box? Like all the cars can
Yeah,
be bought with
right,
credits and
yes.
stuff like that. Okay.
or found in the game,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
these barn
yeah.
finds and stuff.
There's no.
You are rewarded cars when you're playing online a lot too.
Okay. There's no day one DLC. Is what I'm saying. It's all unlockable. In here for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are probably doing some sort of limited edition that comes with more cars.
Right.
or
Oh
something
wait,
like
this is the game with the insane season pass, right? That I was hearing about.
Yes.
It's like a $60.
that. Something like that. Yeah.
Literally like the price of the game for.
Yeah, but
all
if
the
they
DLC.
support it the way Forza 4 was supported, and the way they've done their car stuff in the past, there's a lot of cars that they will add.
I mean, I remember like that Porsche pack alone for Forza 4.
And that thing was like 20 or 30 bucks.
Was
right?
totally
It was-
insane.
yeah.
I think it was $20. Yeah.
Yeah, so
So-
it's yes, that is a lot of money, but they will support it for
Yeah.
a good long time.
Sure.
I feel so. Or their track record at least states that they will.
Yeah, I don't know. At the same time, like when you're going to start asking that much money for a season pass, I feel like you need to start delineating exactly what you're going to be getting up front. You know?
But they do though. I mean,
Do-
they
is that
I think
all-
they
do they
say
lay it all
like,
out
here
there?
are the car packs.
Okay.
You will get monthly car
Okay.
packs. I think that with this game they have been
Okay.
a lot clearer about it than the traditional like there will be 4 DLC things.
Yeah.
You will get all 4.
The one I always think about as the worst possible example is the Saints Row the Third season pass,
Yeah.
because like all of those DLCs ended up being kind of not great.
Right.
So as long as they're honest about it.
Yeah. So the races, they've got these lap races on these kind of shorter tracks here, but they've also got point-to-point races and that sort of stuff in the event list. There are also unsanctioned races you can get into for money. You can go race events for strictly cash. But as you're competing in these events that are part of the Horizon Festival, you're earning points that go towards your next wristband, which opens up the next class of races, and so on and so forth. So there's a pretty rigid progression through kind of the main events with that stuff. You need X number of points to proceed, and there are more than enough events for you to get that number of points. You don't necessarily have to do all of them to see the next class, but look, I think there are like 70 events in the game. You should probably just do them all. And that's something that that thing at the bottom there, the air challenge, like they've got a lot of.
You mean the Oakley Air Challenge?
Yeah, the sponsor. They are called sponsor challenges, to be fair.
All
so,
right.
so at least they're upfront about that stuff. So that'll be stuff like, you know, do 500 e-brake drifts. You know, like do 1,000 e-brake drifts for the next rank and that sort of stuff, and you get money every time you hit one of those thresholds.
Can you unseat Duke McGuire?
He is pulling pretty far ahead.
Yeah. Well, there he is.
And this is the third lap, so, you know, we'll see. Oh, jeez. Not like that I'm not going to be able to do. So I can hit the Y button to rewind at any point, and we'll go like, alright. Now you're back here.
Any limit on how far back you can go?
Nope.
Wow.
I guess I should actually say I don't know, but
Okay.
you can go back pretty goddamn far.
For all practical purposes, you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, you know, sideways. Yeah, I mean, the end is right up here.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh. Yeah, so I'm, you know, after several hours of playing, I'm now getting to the point where I'm not winning every race. And in fact, I finished third there, which is actually truly embarrassing. I wish you could rewind from here.
Yeah.
Once you cross the finish line, you got to restart.
That's it.
I'm going to accept that for now in the interest of moving on.
All right.
But I will have to go back and actually do that for real. But we will get the level 4 wristband here.
There's a pink wristband at Race Central with your name on it. See you there.
See you there.
And if you have people on your friends list that are playing the game, it'll come up and say, hey, do you want to try to beat their time on this track? Which I think it's, you know, it's a good system, the rival system. Like it's smart, but I just finished this race. I don't want to race it again. So
Yeah.
and the bounties they often offer are not high enough to be like, oh, of course I want to race this again and try to beat this time.
It'd be cool if they just showed you that up front
Yeah.
before you did it the first time.
And you can go back and you know, do all that stuff later. Do all the rival stuff. You don't necessarily have to do it as you're finishing those events.
Does this game have the one thing I thought was missing from Burnout Paradise, which is that if you fail an event, you can just hit a button to redo it immediately?
Yeah.
As opposed to that game made you drive back
you'll
to
drive
the
back
event
to the
start
thing,
and
yeah.
do it again, which I thought was just a horrible omission.
Yeah.
All right, that's good to hear.
And that was, I think that was in place in Burnout because of their aversion to loading screens and stuff like that. They didn't
Right.
want to take you out and put you back.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna fast travel back to the hub to pick up this wristband. And they've got little cutscenes and out of the car stuff in some of these spots.
That stuff seemed really off-putting from what I saw of it.
It's not. It doesn't look great.
Well, I don't mean necessarily like the graphical quality, but just like the tude of it.
You have arrived.
You know,
yeah, I mean,
there's
it's
a
real-
lot of dubstep in this game. There's a fake DJ Atomica.
Yeah.
It feels a little extreme.
Starting to talk about you as a potential
You know?
champion.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it definitely has that sort of, you know, hooning sort of attitude to
Yes.
it.
What a silly word.
Yes.
Coon.
So we've unlocked the next tier of races here, and then
Alright.
we have 960 points till we get to the next level. So you kind of see how that stuff opens up. And then we've also opened up kind of the final challenge of the previous tier, which is a one-on-one race against Duke McGuire.
Oh, Duke McGuire.
Which is, you know, if we win, we get his car. So maybe we should go get his car.
Try it.
I don't think if there's anything else.
That'd be a good way to close this out.
You know, let's actually
take that asshole down.
Let's do this. This is a race against a plane.
Whoa, that's cool. That sounds neat.
Yeah, so these showcase events are a little weird. Like it's you racing against a helicopter and just utter nonsense. But it's crazy. It's a goofy game.
Yeah,
Turn right.
I like that.
200
Yeah,
yards.
it's a lot of fun.
You like it like a game doesn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
Left.
Gets a little stodgy. Has it started?
No, I'm driving
You're
out
fast
there.
traveled and you're okay.
Yeah.
Basic handling, like
It's certainly Forza-esque. It feels like
Okay.
it may be a little... But, you know, Forza was a game that had enough assists and enough options that you could really dumb it down and,
Right.
and simplify the handling model. if you wanted to.
Well, like for whoa, wow,
You can roll the cars in this game.
that's pretty cool. Just keep on going. I mean, for somebody like me whose interest in driving games basically starts and stops with Criterion,
Yeah.
could I play this and be into it?
Totally. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think that they make Forza as more approachable than it's ever been.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like, this game is a lot more lively than Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's by design, but it's interesting because, you know, I didn't usually think of Forza as a stodgy kind of game because we were often looking at it with Gran Turismo
Right.
comparison.
Right.
And Gran Turismo looks like a hospital with
Yeah.
cars in it. So it's so Forza Motorsport by comparison feels like this lively.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but
world.
they are from the same mold though.
Yes,
They're
I
the
mean
same
Forza
kind of
Motorsport
game.
had the Auto Vista mode and all that other stuff. Like, you know, they're bringing car brochures to life.
Yes,
which,
exactly.
That's fine if you already have this like deep enduring love of cars and driving games and all that sort of stuff. Like, it's good. It's really good. I
mean-
I like the Forza game.
Right.
But this game makes Forza Motorsport look like Forza Motorsport made Gran Turismo.
Yeah,
look.
that's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, it seems like the aim of playing a Forza game is to drive that perfect line, right?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it is like the best possible
and
run
it's,
around
you know,
the
and
track.
it's test tracks and it's
Yeah.
real world tracks,
Right.
and it's, you know, like all this, like very dedicated to that level of realism and
Right.
reality. And,
Whereas
and
the-
this takes the work that's been done for those games,
Right.
and benefits from it by putting it into this open world
More
and
of
all
a-
this other stuff.
Way
So,
more of a freewheeling setting,
Yeah.
right? Like they don't give a shit here if you roll the car,
Totally.
or drive through a couple of signs.
yeah.
All right, that's great. That sounds awesome.
And also,
this looks awesome.
Ferrari versus plane.
Yeah. This whole game looks super awesome.
These events don't necessarily convey where the plane is as well as they should. It's not always. It seems a little scripted in terms of just like when the planes swoop over the checkpoint that you're also trying to drive through. But you know, it's whatever. It's not that big a deal.
So is this something you see a lot? Like you do a lot of
These
biplane
showcase
races?
events they come up as you kind of work your way up the popularity tree.
Right, but the biplane specifically, do they reuse that to the point
There
of
was
tedium?
there was a plane earlier. It was not a biplane.
Okay.
There's been a helicopter. There was a
Okay.
hot air balloon.
Okay, great. Wow. So these are pretty unique then from
Yeah.
from one to the next. It looks cool,
Yeah.
even if it's not like totally dynamic. Just having that guy buzz you is pretty neat.
Yeah, I mean, it being a plane, I suspect it kind of flies the same way every time, if I had to guess.
Oh,
And so
okay.
it's almost just more
It's
of a...
basically just a time
You
trial.
need to beat this time.
Yeah,
We're just hiding that time from you.
right. Well, it's still a cool visual.
Yeah, it is. Because you're always going to be relatively close to the plane, I think. I don't know that you can really blow the doors off the plane. I don't know if planes have doors.
Probably not. Not that one.
Yeah. So we are currently ahead of the plane.
Huh.
As you can see by me getting to that checkpoint just before it.
Aha.
Just before it,
Okay.
too. And then it veers off to kind of make its wide turn
So
to
it's
get to the next one.
It's pretty much going to buzz you the same way,
Yeah.
no matter how.
But sometimes
you're
it's coming at you. Sometimes, you know, it's like they kind of change it up.
doing it. Right. Oh,
Oh,
took
see
the
ya.
lead.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh no. Rewind? No.
No, I'm gonna just go for it.
All right. But you have rewind on, right?
I do. It's always on. Yeah, and I can just hit it.
Well, you have to.
That's a decision you have to make before you start
yeah,
the
well,
race.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
It's not like if you get through a race without using rewind.
No, I know, but
I'm just
some
fucking it up
point-
here at the end.
at some
See,
point you
it goes dirt here at the end, and that's
Oh.
you know, planes don't have to deal with dirt. Oh, see, it's kind of coming at me here. I might actually
oh,
Made it.
wow, man,
made it.
down to the wire.
Yeah. So for the showcase events, you keep the car.
Here's your appearance fee.
Okay.
and you can keep
Oh, so you didn't have that car before?
Nope.
The sponsor wants you to have it. I'll be
Well, that was
in touch
generous
with
of
your
them.
driver for
Yeah.
other showcases.
Let's stay in this Ferrari. And then let's go back to the garage. because it is still a Forza game. You can still do all those upgrades. There still has the vinyl editor, like the
Okay.
visual customization features of a Forza game are present as well. Oh, and I've got a car to pick up back here at the garage as well.
Free to fast travel to the hub.
Yeah. So after you find the cars in the barns, you eventually get the call from Dak at Dak's garage
Let me know what you need.
to say, hey, here's that car. They're really pushing this consumable popularity spike
Yeah.
thing,
You don't have
man.
to be some suave English super spy to appreciate this classic. Aston Martin sure made history when they made her. So don't go getting her involved in any Secret Service pile-ups, all right?
I don't know if I can get down with referring to cars by gender.
Yeah,
That's-
it's,
I think that's pushing it.
So here's the auto upgrade I was talking about. You can just pick a class. If I want to go R1 with it, it'll build a package of here's how much it's going to cost you to get not all the way up to the top of R1, because this car, can only be built so far. But it'll cost me 72,000 credits to take this to that level. And you can list out the parts if you want.
Huh.
It'll tell you what you're actually getting, because you can actually just go in and do custom upgrade instead of
Right.
auto upgrade and get there the same way.
Man, that's exactly what I would want in a game about tuning cars.
Yeah,
It's
they put this in the previous Forza Motorsport,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it was a really smart addition. But at the
make-
same time, like I actually kind of liked going in and just buying stuff.
Yeah, it's- I mean,
like
it's-
you look at this, like I need to.
It's great to have that depth if you're into it, but it's nice that you don't have to.
Right, so I can go buy rims that are lighter than the stock rims, and or heavier in some cases. Sure, if you want to be a dick about it. That looks terrible. Those
Yeah.
are ugly looking rims.
Not into
There's
it.
a lot of aftermarket real world rims here. Enkeis. I had Enkeis on my Nova, little cookie cutters. And that's why they got stolen. Anyway, so there's a lot of stuff you can set here, kind of the traditional things you can set in a Forza game. Your race ignition, your race exhaust, all that sort of stuff. And once you've got a bunch of custom parts on it, you can... Well, yeah, you got your stuff. You can change cars from here as well. But we have upgraded the shit out of this car. So let's get out of the garage and go to the paint shop. Three radio stations if you don't like the bass arena, which is where all the dubstep lives. They've got Pulse, which is sort of your indie-tronica station. And then the rock station, which is all indie rock as well. It's very hip,
Clearly.
the Forza soundtrack.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Car Club, that's your kind of clan stuff for online. You can share cars with people that are in your car club by parking them in the car club garage and stuff like that. Paint shop, they've got the storefront for designs. So we'll see if anyone, I mean, the game's not out for a little bit, so we'll have to see if anyone has uploaded full designs for this car.
Halo 4. Burger Barn.
This is for Scion, but,
And again, this is all vector based.
This is all like primitive shapes
yeah,
and such.
like it's like no like JPEG importing. or
Yeah,
anything.
no,
So
you're not
somebody sat
importing a
there.
picture of the Master Chief. You
somebody
are,
sat there and
you are
made that
sitting there
thing.
and making the Master
Man,
Chief.
that is impressive. Of course, I guess I'm sure these tools are all just iterative versions of the older ones. So
Yeah,
people, I'm sure people
once
have
you
gotten.
get good at it once, you can
Wow.
you can turn out this
Jeez, man.
sick ass Green Lantern
Man.
Lancer.
Dude, that is baffling to me.
Yeah,
That somebody could be that good with this stuff.
It's awesome.
With a controller.
right.
Like, maybe with a mouse I could see it, or especially like some kind of tablet.
This one says Quake on it.
But, oh man. Oh, wait, why that one?
Why that one?
come
What is going on? Why
Oh,
would you do that?
Why? Man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's Quake Wars.
The hood. Let me see the hood again. The hood is great.
Yeah.
That's good job, but then the rest of it, I can't even see somebody from Activision doing this because I don't think that game even exists anymore.
But
I
you
think
know,
the servers are down.
Maybe this guy worked on. Keep in mind, the game's not out yet, so
That's true.
the people that would have access to it at this point.
Oh yeah,
Maybe he worked on Quake Wars.
that's fair.
Maybe that's why it's one of the Playground Games picks. In
Okay,
fact.
yeah.
So once we get out of the picks section here, maybe we'll find some other stuff here. So Darius Flint is kind of the ultimate bad guy
Okay.
in the game. He has won the last few of the festivals. There's not really a story per se, but they kind of set up a few characters along the way. So you can also import your designs from the previous Forza games. And, oh wait. Design storefront, search all vinyl groups. So instead of buying full designs for cars, you can also buy these kind of finished, or these
Decals and stuff.
decals and stuff, and just drop them around. You know, if you want the box for Forza 3
Yeah.
in your game, for example.
What? What?
Beef
Buy it.
Bowls representing.
Buy it.
It's 5,000 credits.
You've got plenty of credits.
All right.
Tell me you don't want that on your Lamborghini.
Well, all right. Brian Eckberg made it. I will happily give him
Oh man.
5,000 credits.
See? Does that reflect on him? Does he get?
He gets that money.
Oh,
That money goes
straight
to him. Yeah,
Oh,
he gets the
that's-
5,000 credits.
wow.
So there are, you know, the designers and you know, in the previous games, tuners and stuff like that would upload their full car setups and stuff, could make a lot of in-game credits that way. And they built some progression stuff around that in
Okay.
previous Forza games.
Wow.
So that's, and you know, of course, we can rate this a full 5 stars because beef balls. So we can go to the design creator now, and you know, this, yeah, like I said, you can import your stuff from Forza 4, which they could then also import stuff from Forza 3. So
Yeah.
if you have kept current, you can add all that stuff. Don't show that message over again. Leave me alone. All right, let's go to the let's stay on the right side actually. Load a vinyl group. So here's the shitty Space Invader I made 2 games ago, and I've been able to carry it forward into the current game. It's pretty okay.
This,
I put it in the shop for 1,000 credits. Someone bought one. I got the achievement for someone buying one.
done.
Done.
It's effective. Whoa. Wow. That's I would. Oh man, if you could line those O's up. Yeah.
Of course, then there's size.
Scale it down.
So.
Just put it on the door.
I'm gonna say I feel like the lettering could be a little crisper on this one, Brian.
Yeah. It's a good first start. Good first effort.
I actually don't want to angle it. Oh, get back
Oh,
to
you've
0. Now I've gone and done it.
Nice.
All right, there we go. How do you feel about that positioning
That's-
right there?
I would probably center the lettering right on that crease.
How about there?
A little bit. That's
A
fine.
little lower? A little
That's,
lower?
there you go. Yep.
All right. So we'll put that down there, and you can hit the stamp button and stamp a bunch of them all over your car if you just want to be weird about it. You know, we can put stuff on the wing, right side, top hood, left side, that sort of stuff. Let's throw it on the left side as well.
You just change colors for free.
Yeah. Add all from other side. Oh, all right. Well, because it's design groups that can't be modified, it would try to flip them, and that doesn't work. So that's an issue when dealing with stuff you have purchased, which is unfortunate. So let's throw Yoshinoya on the door here as well. Oh, I didn't. See, there's a lot of like writing stuff down when you really want to design these cars properly. Like, what's the size on the other one?
And the X and Y and stuff.
Yeah, to really line this stuff up.
I think you should have gone big on this one.
All right.
There you go. That's Line up the Mo's. Yeah. Perfectly garish.
And then for the hood, let's throw that Space Invader on there.
So you can just kind of do the math and do like a perfect 90,
Yeah, it's
90
like
degree turn,
I know
right?
I want 270.
Yeah. We're close enough. There it is.
I believe there is a different button that actually makes that move, makes
That's
those
like a
rotations a lot easier to do.
Quarter turn, yeah. So bump it down a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go. Center it up a little more. There you go. You got those kind of exhaust or whatever.
Yeah.
Vent guidelines.
Right
there.
there.
It is.
All right. Save.
Now that is a car.
It's a current car.
Now you're ready to take on Duke McGuire.
Exactly. Duke McGuire won't stand a chance, except for the part where this car is not eligible for that race. But,
Oh well.
yeah. All right, so let's take this car back out into the world and take some pictures of it using the photo mode.
There's a lot in this game.
Yeah, it's most of the features from proper Forza,
Fully featured.
fully featured.
Robust feature set. I gotta play this.
Feeling ready?
It's a good time.
I've always wanted to get into car games, and this
And,
seems like a good entry point.
I've played some chunks of the multiplayer as well. And it's the multiplayer is sound. You can get in and do a lot of the same races that you would do, in single player, but with 8 humans.
Yeah.
But then they've also got co-op challenges, which is similar to the Burnout Paradise kind of co-op stuff. It's not as robust.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like everyone needs to hit this speed zone, like this speed camera going over this speed, and all players must hit it within 3 seconds of each other.
Oh, wow.
So you have to coordinate.
Gotta keep like a formation.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
But it's not as cool as, everyone needs to jump through the giant donut.
Yes.
It's
Sure.
it's not as, it does not go as crazy as Burnouts did, but it is similar in style. So here we've got our car. It's nighttime. There's a day-night cycle in the game. And there's our dude. You do not make modifications to the dude. We can make modifications to, shutter speed, and exposure, aperture. Do some vignetting. Tasteful, which to me means all the way up, right?
Yes. Heavy as possible. Yep.
All right. Great.
Big
And
shot.
We can actually just go focus it. Hit the focus button to somewhere else to let's focus on this dude's face, but then position it here. Take the big shot, and like previous games, this uploads it to the internet, and you can go pull it off of their website and do stuff with it.
Do you know what resolution you get out of that?
This is a 8.3 megapixel image.
Oh, so it comes out to the actual resolution that would be?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if 720 was the best you could get out of this,
No,
or if it'll
they
do
are-
way higher than
they're
that.
large images, which is why the default is like 0.9 megapixels. I think that's the. Which I should have chosen here, because now we're sitting here staring at this menu while it processes.
Well, what could be more thrilling than a progress bar
uploads and
to finish off a quick look?
moves across the screen here. Yeah. The online mode also, in addition to kind of the racing and stuff like that, has stuff like Infection, which is sort of a zombie mode where one person starts out infected, and when they hit into the other cars, they then become infected. Last person wins. There's King of the Hill, or it's tag, basically, or something along those lines. No, it's King of the Hill. It's the opposite of tag. Where one player is king, and then you are trying to wreck into them to become king. Whoever is king the longest wins. And that's kind of played in these tighter areas. They rope off kind of sections of warehouses and stuff like that, or there's a golf course, which is fun because the cars roll and stuff like that. There are pickup trucks if you want to like actually properly drive on a golf course, but when you're in Ferraris on golf courses, it's ridiculous. But it's a lot of fun. So yeah, overall, I am pretty thrilled about the game.
Bullish on
Yeah.
Forza Horizon.
It's a really good time.
Yeah, it looks fucking great.
Yeah, I recommend it. Yeah, it does look awesome. There'll be some cases where, you know, if you're stopped and looking at, like, the grass texture in an area over the fence that you cannot drive on, you're like, that's a little low res.
I'm gonna venture a guess that you should not stop in this game.
Don't stop for nothing.
Okay. I'll take
keep
that to
driving.
heart.
Unless you got to upload an image, then you got to at least take a temporary pause.
Yeah.
And
Feeling tired or sore? Take a break.
Yeah, exactly. I was feeling both, so it's the good thing that we got here. There actually is some photo taking that's part of the main game. The fast travel points to get those discounts. One of them is drive this car to this location and take a photo with this monument in the background.
That's cool. Neat little scavenger hunty kind of stuff.
It directs you right to it, so it's not.
Well,
it's not much of a hunt.
Well,
but,
yeah,
but
but
yes,
it's-
but yeah, it kind of encourages you to go
side
around
activity.
the world and see stuff.
Yeah. Is this game better with Kinect?
You know, I think it does have some sort of Kinect features in it. I have no idea what they are.
All right, that's fair. I didn't really want to know.
I don't know. I should probably try that out, right?
Sure.
All right.
And this is not out for a little while.
No, it's out the 23rd, so
Jeez.
it's out a little while longer. And lastly, yeah, it's got a little message meter here that says, "Hey, someone on your friends list beat your time at one of these beat your speed at one of these speed cameras. You should probably go try to take it back from them." So you know, it's like an auto log, but without that branding.
Okay.
How about that?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. And that is that's Forza Horizon.
That is a comprehensive look, I think,
Yeah,
at what
it's,
this game is. Now I know.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. I could see that.
It's like the beef bowl of driving games. some might say.
Well, finally, the time has come.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brad.